What's going on? Homemade lemonade. You know. Hold on real quick. I don't know where it went, but it's the fortune cookie that I got. And these are the two things that come off the tea. Hopefully y'all can see it. Can y'all see that? Hopefully y'all can see that. But there was one last one that I can't seem to find. And it spoke of kindness, and it said, be kind to the world. I bet you I'm gonna find it like an hour from now. But it said, be kind to the world. But don't forget to be compassionate with yourself. And I always battle with that. Because, you want to be kind to people. But not at the detriment of yourself. Because people won't do you how you'll do yourself. It's not their fault. We're all living in our own chaos. And some people in fear of drowning will drown you. It's not their fault. It's just we live in a world that is weak and that doesn't want to die. Afraid of mortality, But anyways, I got to that realization because I was letting a young lady stay at my apartment. And there's no harm in that. But I realized if someone can't contribute to your life, you're going to lose. You're going to drain out. And not to say that she was a bad person, because it's not about good or bad when it's about contribution. What can you give to the pot? So other than a lot of times when a woman's down and out, her last resort or her first resort is sex. After sex is given or spoken of, there is little to add if she doesn't know enough about herself to add. Because no one talks about this. These are conversations no one speaks about. As a woman, but your body as a gift is already a given. So you can't really put that as a courtesy of this is what I have to offer. And typically in the society we live in, since we live in a very patriarchal, feminist society, weird duality. But we live in a world where women, if you ask a woman her qualities, she'll attribute to masculine qualities to define herself. If you say, what do you do? She'll say, well, you know what? I got 3 degrees, graduated, I go to the gym, I got 2 jobs. And then when you add up the tally marks, you start to realize that she sounds just like a man. Which isn't bad, unless you're dealing with men. So I had to start thinking like, so how do you teach a woman how to cater to a man? What what qualities do you tell her about herself that aren't valuable? So these are words that I never expressed to her because I didn't want to hurt her feelings. But if you're trying to cater to a man, you need to analyze his life. Where do you fit in? And that's where you're gonna find out what qualities are worthy of of portraying or giving. Otherwise, you'll just be seen as obsolete. So the point I'm trying to make is 2 points. One, be very weary of how you use your kindness. Two, when understanding the nature of dominance and submission, if you're in the submissive category, your whole role is to find out how to submit to the dominant force. That's your whole role. And the dominant force, the role of that is to see if the submissive force fits your puzzle piece. And if so, then it can work. So I didn't want to tell her this, but I was basically saying, like, not once did you say, how can I help your art career grow? Not once did you say, how can I promote your art? Not once did you say, what do you need from me? Which is not hard. What do you need me to do? What do you need of me? That's a submissive mind. How can I assist you? None of these questions was asked. But this is why women in the Western world are lonely. Because they're, I'm not going to say vain, but women in the Western world, just like men, people in the Western world, and particularly women, are very very narcissistic. Sorry, I got ginger in here to help the body. But anyways, I get home. This is all God's will. I get home from work, and I tell her, a friend's coming by. I need you out by this time. Not to say I can't help you any longer, but until they come through, you're gonna fuck up the vibes. So I expressed that, and she didn't leave, and I was like, oh, okay. Because I'm not really that dominant, so I was like, now I gotta turn up. I didn't have to get to that. I took a shower. She said, how you doing? I said, good. I took a shower. I still had my work clothes. My work energy was still on me. I was already a little irritable. Took a shower, and I thought to myself, and I spoke to God. I said, what should I do? He said, what do you want to do? I said, I don't really want to not help her, but it's like, he said, if you don't want to not help her, what's hindering you from helping her? I said, disobedience. And it wasn't me. Something in my spirit said it. And I agreed. It said disobedience. And I was like, what about it? He said, innately, this is not only what I don't like, this is not what you like. You don't like the same things I don't like. The fact that when you said leave the home, she stayed. That's irritating me. It's not none of the other stuff she did. The fact that you said a command and she did not comply, that turned you to fuck up, and you had to take a shower. You wasn't even mad about it, but you were saying in your mind, this is the main quality that's gonna break the camel's back. And guess what? After I got the shower, guess what happened? She ain't say no words. She was mad. Mind you, all nonverbal. She got her stuff and left. And God was saying, you don't have to outwardly dominate a woman for her to listen to you. You just gotta know what stance you have authentically. I forgot the word. You just have to know what your natural stance is. And once you know that, the women that want to comply to you will, and the women that won't. The older I get, the more I realize that life is very, very easy. We just have the wrong parts. Like fixing a car might be easy if you have the right parts. Fixing a door might be easy if you have the right parts. Try to fix something with the wrong parts and see how that works. We're using the wrong parts to fix our life. We're using the wrong parts to be happy. We're using the wrong parts to fall in love. We're using the wrong parts to be ambitious. None of this is working out because we've messed up somewhere in the equation and we're not figuring it out. But anyways, after that moment, God said, how do you feel? When she finally left, I said, I feel like I'm myself again. I feel like I have my space back. And he said, why do you think I gave you this circumstance? And I said, to teach me about myself within the realm of women. He said, yes. If you were to commit right now and you was to deal with her, would you be happy? I said, no. Not because she's not a good woman. She got a sweetheart. She's a bit angry. Very somber, but not a bad person. And something in myself said, don't pity people. This is how you get in situations like this. If they don't make sense to you, don't have them around you. That's period. And I feel better. I felt bad, but I didn't feel that bad. When she left, she was mad. And one thing you can't do on this planet, you can become a president before you can control a woman's emotions. You can never control a woman's emotions. That stuff has a mind of its own. And that's that. And one thing I realized about kindness, God told me, he said, don't feel bad, you did your part. Not once did she say thank you. She left that house angry. And I'm like, what's that about? And God said, you can do one thing that is opposing someone else's view of you, and it will destroy every ounce of kindness you ever did. So one little thing that's not agreeable, they'll forget about everything you did that was kind. And God said, this is what people treat you like your whole life. You doing kind things, people treating you dirty, talking behind your back, destroying your name because you're kind in the wrong way. I wish I could really find that, that little thing, the little T thing. Because it said like, I forgot the exact words. It said like, be kind, but be more compassionate to yourself. I wish I could find it. When I find it, I'm gonna show y'all. But I was grateful for it. It gave me some time to really reflect and really ask myself, like, even if you had to commit right now, who, what, and why would you want to do it? Physically, what would she need to look like, relatively speaking? What would she need to feel like? How will y'all need to be compatible? Otherwise, no reason. And we're meant to be bound by one another. Humans were never meant to be alone. So it gave me it was a moment of clarity, and I'm grateful. I'm really grateful because I feel like I'm up. I feel like now God is saying, you passed the test. She was just like I forgot the saying, but like a screw in the conveyor belt. Like you just needed to get that kink out and go forward. And I just felt a certain way. I really felt bad because I don't like to hurt women. We can say all day that we're equal. We're not equal. Women are extremely emotional creatures. Even when they're happy, it doesn't matter. So I felt bad, but I didn't feel too bad. So I took a shower and I kept it pushing. And that's just what life is about. Life is a solo mission. It's like being an astronaut. It's a solo mission. Even if you're with people, it doesn't matter. Life is a solo mission. And when you find people that relate to you, and it becomes no longer a solo mission. Now you have a team of people. So take your time, day by day, no matter how old you are. Do what you are meant to do and your purpose with God. If you're doing your job correctly, the right way, He'll give you more people to connect with so you can do your job with God, with people, to make it easier. The load can get easier. But anyways, focus your life. Focus on evolving. Focus on making your story different now. Regardless of what your story looks like now, focus your current life and the future on making your story look different. Get what I'm saying? Make it look different. Make it become different. Instead of talking the talk, this year you will implement walking the walk. Talk to y'all soon. Enjoy your day.